I'm calling this the Quantum Holographic Mirror Technique, and this is going to change your life. This technique has the ability to shift you out of any trauma, out of any drama, out of any story, out of any dilemma, out of any condition, out of any circumstance that you're experiencing that is collapsing you into a vibration or a state of lack. And it works like this. Every time you identify something that you would like to be, do, have, or experience, I want you to envision it as a mirror. Now, what happens when we look in the mirror? We see ourselves. Now, similarly, every time you look at a situation in your life that you don't enjoy, or you don't like the experience, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to see it as a mirror. And when you look at a mirror, you always get back your own reflection. Now, this is what this does. It pulls you out of the story that says this is either happening to me or this is outside of me, right? If we're relating this to desires and wanting things, typically people desire things from a state of lack or absence, meaning I don't have it. But if you see it as a mirror, you go, well, I want that job, I want that house, I want that relationship, I want that car. And you're looking at it, but it turns into a holographic mirror and you just see yourself. What you really want is a different version of you. You want a version of you that's in that frame of reality. So you don't want something that's outside of you. You don't want something that you don't even already have. This is not something that you don't have. You do have it, but here's the thing. You have it in the form of energy. You have it in the form of its true vibrational state. You see, the image or the picture, it's sort of like if this was wrapped up in a bow and we pulled the strings of the bow and the box opened, it would be empty. It would just be energy, okay? Everything that you desire is really just energy, but energy in a specific form. Now, when you strip it down and you demystify the desire, or you stop dramatizing the desire and you turn everything into a quantum holographic mirror, you recognize that you're just wanting a version of yourself. Now, the reason why we're calling it a quantum holographic mirror, right? Because it's the quantum version of you, meaning the version of you that has this thing is existing in a parallel frame of reality, but it's already a part of you. Now let's relate this to the concept of when negative things occur, how you can use the quantum holographic mirror technique. When something negative is occurring, I want you to look at it, turn it into a quantum holographic mirror, and then as you're seeing your own reflection, there's something within yourself that is being projected outward from the realm of the unseen to now the seen, simply so you can heal it, you can reconcile it, you can integrate it on some level. So anything that's happening that you don't like is just an opportunity for you to heal a part of your own consciousness. Similarly, right, why we're calling it the quantum holographic mirror. This is what gives you access to the quantum version of you. If something's showing up that I dislike, this is actually a positive thing, because now I get to correct something. I get to heal a blind spot that has been working on in the background on autopilot. I'll give you guys a practical example of something that I'm dealing with right now. I recently paid for a service and I was not happy with that service. Now, typically, sometimes to avoid the hassle or the drama or just the conflict, I might just chalk it up as a loss and go, you know what? I attracted this to me vibrationally. Maybe I misread the energy, or, there's a reason why I attracted this person and they attracted me, and this has been a misaligned, maybe business transaction. I will take the loss. Something in my spirit was moving me to express my disappointment and to be honest about the expectations that were not met. And what I started realizing, what started crystallizing in my own field was, just because you have financial resources and you're not living in lack, meaning like you're comfortable with taking the loss because the universe is just going to replace that money and you're going to learn, it doesn't mean that you should not correct people when perhaps something has been mismarketed or something like that, right? So I recognize, okay, this person attracted me. They were a vibrational match to me because they probably needed something to show up in their business that showed them that their practices or their way of doing things is not fully in integrity or in alignment. And for me, I attracted this situation because I needed an opportunity to use my voice and to express my authentic truth. Doesn't mean that I'm not taking responsibility for my own vibration and, why I attracted this situation. But sometimes you are the person that's going to help somebody refine or crystallize their own process. So with this quantum holographic technique, the whole point is that whatever's happening, and even if it's something that you are perceiving to be negative, it's just empowering you. And as soon as you go, oh, this is just empowering me because I'm using everything in my life as a reflection, then you begin crystallizing and refining yourself, so much so to the degree that obstacles begin to serve you. So in seeing this sort of contractual occurrence for what it is, I've been able to recognize a blind spot, something that I will do at times just because I'm used to having a continual inflow and outflow of money. It doesn't mean that I don't get to say, you know what, I'm actually not happy with this. You know what, I actually expected more, because you could help somebody have a refinement, right? And so maybe right now you're recognizing that you don't say certain things, like in these weird reflections and things that show up. But what I remembered is every time we speak our truth, we're actually serving the highest purpose and evolution for just ourselves, but whoever is also co-creating within, the unfolding of the drama or the situation that's happening. So that was a moment of crystallization for me. And okay, what I'm here, source give me right now is, as I have refined this piece and crystallized this piece, it actually just has expanded my field to hold more, right? Because money is an energy. That energy it doesn't want to be wasted, right? The spirit of money doesn't want to be wasted. The spirit of money doesn't want to be thrown away or go towards things that don't bring the most expansion on both ends. I'm going to talk about this in another video where we're going to connect with the consciousness, the spirit of money. So every time we heal something through looking in the quantum holographic mirror, we activate a new timeline and version of us that gets to hold more, that gets to be more, that becomes the container for more. So every time you're getting ready to expand, what will actually happen is you might see something in the mirror that you don't like, or you might see something in the mirror that triggers you. But as long as you know it's a mirror, it only can be a mirror because there's only one consciousness, there's only source, so there's nothing truly outside of that. It only can ever be revealing to you deeper aspects of something that is asking for vibrational alchemy. This thing is asking to come to light so you can expand into a different version of you that's experiencing reality in a completely different way. Now, when it comes to our desires, things that we would like to have and experience, oftentimes there's such an attachment and there's such a fixation on gaining something. But every time we think, I'm going to gain that, I'm going to become that, we affirm that in the present moment we are somehow incomplete. Now, the thing about incompletion, it's a vibration. If I'm radiating that I'm incomplete, you know what happens in the quantum holographic mirror? I keep getting reflections that reveal to me on some level that I'm broken, meaning we're calling it the quantum holographic mirror. Source is saying that the holographic word comes in because it's an illusion. What is a holograph? A holograph is just light, okay? So we're getting an illusory picture showing us something that we get to heal. So it's not a permanent picture. It's not a permanent frame. It's temporary and it's illusory. And it's showing us something that needs to be resolved so we can shift. Quantum holographic mirror. So if we're vibrating in the energy of completion, we're going to be a vibrational match to experiences that keep revealing to us a broken picture. So what this could look like for you is if you're believing that you're incomplete without something right now. Let's say you really want a particular job and you feel like until you obtain that title, that position, you are a failure or you're not enough. So usually this is connected to trying to prove ourselves to people. And you do end up attracting a position. But when you attract this position, maybe you deal with people who challenge your expertise, or they challenge your credibility, or they're making your job difficult. So it's like you got the title, you got the role, you got the thing you were asking for, but simultaneously you attracted obstacles because that's the quantum mirror saying, hey, you need to look at this. So the quantum holographic mirror is always trying to show you something that helps you master yourself on a deeper level. So this is how you're going to start empowering yourself. Whatever shows up, whatever you desire, whatever you want, whatever you can think of, always see yourself as the reflection. I am looking in the mirror. What is the mirror showing me? Now, sometimes the mirror is just showing you the beauty and the expansion of who you've become. And that's great. So this is not purely a negative thing or to be related to negatively. The whole purpose is that you begin expanding and morphing into a being that operates in complete union and completion with the field of creation, the field of all that is. It is all simply me. So this is what Source is calling the God zone. What is the God zone? When you enter the God zone, there's no room for victimization. There's no room for pain and suffering, because you're sitting in the I am awareness that everything is me and I am everything, and I am simply seeing different versions of my energy be revealed to me in different ways. Whether I'm unconsciously aware of certain beliefs or not, this is all my energy being presented in a holographic format. So I'm hearing this as you're walking through a quantum hall of mirrors every single day, in every conversation, in every interaction, in every manifestation. You're only interacting with a piece of your own consciousness. Then reality becomes this infinite quantum feedback system, this feedback computer, where I get to go, oh, that's a piece of me, that's beautiful. Oh, but that's also a piece of me, and we got some work to do. But nonetheless, you empower yourself, you use the quantum holographic mirror to remain aligned in your I am power as a conscious creator.